Warning. This video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness.
Today, I'm going to help you dominate Shutter Island by getting more kills and dying a whole lot less. Because, let's be real, that higher KD is what we all want. Plus, with fewer deaths, those wins will start piling up. To do that, I'll be breaking down a recent high kill game I played, focusing on 4 key areas: aim, movement, positioning, and my overall gameplay strategy and decision-making. First off, I'm landing at prison. Now here's the first tip. When you're hot dropping, the best spots to land are either directly on a crate to grab a gun right away, or on the ground floor for safe looting. In my case, I'm aiming straight for a crate because I was one of the first to pop my parachute, so I know I can get to it in time. The moment I grab a gun, I instantly turn toward the sound of an enemy parachuting nearby. And this is exactly what I just explained. If you're not one of the first to land, do not try to land on a crate, especially if someone's already on it. If I were in his position, I would have navigated my parachute straight to the ground instead. It was an easy kill. I took the guy out before he could even react.
I'm reloading.
Now the second enemy, probably his teammate, is making a mistake I see at least 80% of players do: looting forever. This guy definitely heard my gunshots or saw his teammate getting attacked, and that was the perfect moment to push me. Even though I wasn't damaged, catching me while I was reloading would have given him the upper hand. But instead, he gets lost in looting and forgets about the fight. And just like that, it's another easy kill. In Bloodstrike, you need to understand, only the fastest players win. Whether it's quick thinking, fast reflexes, or even just speed and movement, it's the ones who act the fastest that dominate. After clearing out the enemies at prison, I grab my loadout and immediately start pushing for more action. While hunting for enemies, I hear gunshots nearby, which instantly catches my attention. I spot an Ethan locked in a fight, and I take him down easily. Now I can't see who he's fighting, but I hear faint footsteps to my far left, so I check it out. Even though no one shows up where I expected, you have to stay aware of every little sound. That's why I always recommend playing with headphones. I head back to finish off my kill, but Ethan had already self-revived and quickly dropped a shield. That won't stop me though. I've got the high ground, and his head is slightly exposed over the shield. I take him down again, but in doing so I spot the enemy he was fighting, a Hank. Instead of attacking him out in the open, I quickly jump behind Ethan's shield for cover. Seeing me switch positions, Hank tries to take the high ground, but that only slows him down, and I take him out easily.
I'm reloading.
Moving on, I hear footsteps and quickly check a common spot where enemies usually hide. But with no one there, I knew the sound was coming from outside, and the on-screen markers confirmed it. I immediately push outside and notice the enemy moving around obstacles, likely heading for the buy station at the front of the building. Instead of chasing him directly, I hold my position, knowing he'll pop out from behind those obstacles, and when he does, I take him down easily. Just as I'm about to confirm the kill, I hear gunshots to my right. Since they were aimed at me, I know the shooter is probably reloading, thinking I've run off to take cover or reposition. But instead, I pop back out immediately and catch him off guard. In Bloodstrike, when chasing someone who goes around a corner, always expect them to pop back out, so switch weapons temporarily to be ready to fight back quickly. Now, pay close attention here. I've taken out tons of players when I'm in this exact position. Whenever you hear an enemy using a zipline right in front of you, stop moving immediately, but make sure to keep a little distance from the zipline. When the enemy pops up into the air, it's much easier to take them down by either hip firing or quickly opening your scope. But remember, the distance between you and that zipline is crucial for pulling this off smoothly.
Reloading.
Fire right in front of me. That tells me everything I need to know. There's another enemy close by. I turn around to check where the fire nades are coming from, and just then, he tosses another one. This guy is clearly locked in, trying to take me out. So, I stand on a ledge scanning the area. I hear footsteps to my left and it's him. He tries to shoot me immediately, but I've already dropped down from the ledge. I wait for him to stop firing, and the second he does, I jump back up and land some shots. Now here's where it gets interesting. He decides to toss a smoke grenade, which honestly seems pretty dumb at this point. Knowing I've damaged his shield enough, I decide to push him. Instead of landing right in front of him, I purposely land on the fence to hold the high ground. I don't want to give him an easy shot because he might have a strong weapon, like an Origin 12. At this point, I was honestly laughing, but the key takeaway here is always to get yourself on higher ground when facing an enemy. If you didn't catch it earlier, while I was taking out the Ran, I spotted an enemy pushing towards my location. Luckily for me, he didn't rush right away, so I knew I had someone else closing in. From here, I had to keep moving constantly to avoid becoming predictable. As I push him, you can see he's heading in the wrong direction, making it an easy takedown. But it doesn't stop there. I spot footsteps on my screen from someone I'll call Mystery Man, but I can't locate him yet. Next thing I know, I hear gunfire from the same direction, and while I'm figuring out where it's coming from, another player redeploys and thinks it's smart to land right on me. When I spot him, I slide wide to bait him closer, making sure my shots hit harder and take him down easily.
I'm reloading.
Just as I'm confirming my kills, Mystery Man decides to third party. Big mistake. In Bloodstrike, there's that setting where getting shot automatically pings the enemy's location. Sure enough, the ping shows he's up on a tower. I come out from behind the fence, spot the ping's location, and easily take him down. But hold on. It's not over yet, boys. I get shot from behind, so I dive into cover, wait for the perfect moment, rush out when he's not expecting it, and take him down too. And still, it's not over. Another enemy parachutes right in on me. I'm hopping around, reloading, ready for the fight, then a bug. But no worries, I quickly turn around and take him out anyway. And just as I think I'm done, another enemy shows up. Now I know pure reflexes won't save me this time, so I instantly move out of the open. Now I need to heal up, but I have to make sure it's safe first. So I quickly use Volt's skill to scan the area. If the enemy had taken any damage, it would have given away their position. Luckily for me, no hits were registered, meaning the coast is clear and I can heal safely. After healing up and getting ready for the next fight, I hear gunshots ahead. Remember what I said earlier, always play the high ground. So, I use the zipline to get a better view of where the shots are coming from, and just at the last second, I spot someone running into the building below me. I parachute down and guess who it is, the Kraken who third-partied me earlier. I'm about to take my shot, but as I scope in, I see him moving closer to cover. Here's a tip. If you see an enemy running in the open but close to cover, don't shoot right away. Wait for them to pass the cover and create some distance so when you fire, they have nowhere to hide. So, I hold my fire, move closer, and it's clear this guy isn't using a headset. Once I'm close enough, I fire a few shots, and he scrambles behind cover. He pops out from the other side, but I'm already tracking him. The second he tries to attack, I take my shot and bring him down. Now I hear footsteps and gunshots outside the building, so I stay alert, focusing my crosshair on the door. As soon as the enemy pushes in, I take him out with ease. But the zone is closing in, and I need to move. Problem is, I see two sets of footsteps outside, and I know stepping out means certain death. But then I remember, I'm using Volt. My skill is just a few seconds from being ready, so I stall a bit, hugging the wall to avoid zone damage. The moment my ability is ready, I rush out, use it, and hit both enemies for 40 damage. That gives me a solid advantage. Now, instead of stopping between them and fighting both head-on, I move forward, switch to my Scar for more damage, and position myself to face both of them at once. Pay attention here. In close-range combat, always take out the enemy closest to you first. Why? Because they can deal the most damage. After I take him out, I slide away from my initial position, which makes the second guy miss some shots. With that small window, I take him down easily.
Godlike. Double kill. Godlike. Triple kill. Godlike.
I'm reloading.
Now moving on, I hear footsteps above me. Naturally, I know I have to push in, but the moment I do, the enemy jumps down from the building. I was about to follow him, but I remembered my golden rule. Always play the high ground. So I stay up, and it pays off as I take him out easily. But here's where I made a mistake. I jumped down. And now, you'll see why I've been emphasizing the importance of playing the high ground this whole time. As soon as I hit the ground, I get beamed by someone. I spot the attacker at the guard tower and shoot back, but he's got a level 5 shield, making it harder for me to take him out. Still, I manage to break his shield. Just as I do, he throws a fire grenade, forcing me to move out of my position quickly. Since the courtyard is wide open, I can't afford to stay in one spot. I need to keep moving constantly. I push closer to him, thinking I can finish the job, but boom, I get third-partied and taken out. Now here's the crazy part. This isn't the end. What's about to happen next can only be described as a miracle. Thank you, Jesus, for this one. Now spotting this Hank, I thought it was game over for me. But the craziest thing happened. Out of nowhere, Kraken uses his skill and blinds everyone, including Hank. This gives me the perfect chance to self-revive. Notice how, while self-reviving, I immediately switch to my smoke grenade. This is a key move because the moment I get up, I'll use it to provide cover and get the hell out without getting caught again. It's always smart to have your utility ready while reviving. It could be the difference between getting back in the fight or getting eliminated for good. After I self-revive, I instantly activate my skill, which slows down enemies, and I drop the smoke. Glory be to God. I'm safe now.
I'm patching up.
Now I'm done healing and back on the move, heading for the safe zone. It's just me and 3 teams left, and at this point I'm starting to feel pretty confident about winning. As I push forward, I spot someone landing in the open. Easy takedown. Right after, I head toward a building and his teammate throws up a firewall, probably to heal him. I waste no time and toss a nade in there to mess up whatever plan they had. Just then, I see another player rushing towards them, and boom, I take him out too.
Godlike.
I cross the road to see if anyone's left standing, but it's quiet. That's when I hear footsteps to my left, and I know I have to push them before they get the drop on me since I'm out in the open. Luckily for me, another enemy helps me out by damaging the guy I'm after, and I manage to steal the kill. With that done, I turn towards where the shots came from and try to land some hits, but the guy's rocking a maxed out shield, so no knock just yet. Now I hear the announcer say, and I know it's time to make a move into the zone before the other squads wipe me out.
I'm reloading.
I quickly buy a Fulton balloon and start heading for the safe zone. As I'm moving, I realize my enemies are likely on the right side, and since I haven't seen anyone on the left, that's where I decide to go. Sure enough, they're waiting for me to come out of the zone, and as soon as I land, someone shoots me from behind. But I landed smart, making sure to have enough cover. I turn around quickly, damage the player, and spook her enough to make her throw up an ice wall. The zone is closing in, and so is everyone else, so I wait for the Rand to step out of the zone. She hesitates, but the second she comes out, I take her down. I hop over a fence and notice 2 sets of footsteps on my screen. Time for one last use of my skill, and I manage to get some damage on them. The hit marker shows me that someone's about to push, and it's likely the same player who blinded me earlier. I'm fully blind now, but I know the only way he can approach is by climbing the container. I step back, give myself some space, and line up my crosshair at the top of the container. The moment he pops up, I take him out. I reload quickly and climb the container to get a look at the last enemy. I see him running toward a corner of the room, and when you're 100% sure someone's in a corner, it's game over for them. I rush in and end his suffering. GG's, guys. That's a wrap for today, legends. I hope you picked up some killer tips from this guide, and I can't wait to show you what's next. Big news. I'm officially moving on from 60 FPS. That's right, your boy Nox has a new device, so expect even more premium content with smoother gameplay and next-level action. Stay tuned, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for the ultimate Bloodstrike experience. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.